with my daughter. Like, oh my God, did you hear? Cinderella just came out. Kids don't know, they're stupid. You can just say. Well, they're not stupid, they just don't know. You can trick them. What's gonna be the one though? I feel like for my daughter, the one is probably gonna, in my heart, it would be Aladdin, but in reality, it's probably gonna be The Little Mermaid. She wants to go where the people are.
Careful, careful. They'll make you do the whole thing.
Never! Flash is absolutely gonna have a musical episode at some point. Grant Gustin, Jesse Martin, and they'd be idiots if they didn't have a musical episode. Arrow, despite the fact that John Barrowman is joining us as a regular this year, is never gonna have a musical episode. Unless we do, which is possible.
Yes, right here.
Hi, my name's Steven, and spelled the same way, so way to represent.
Because otherwise, I'd be telling you to sit down.
Exactly. No V-E-N. Screw that. My question is, Brandon Roth is now joining.
Yeah.
And I love Superman Returns. I know it wasn't very loved everywhere. But I'm just kind of curious, what was it like to work with him? And have you guys talked about the whole Superman Arrow, anything?
That we haven't talked about, but having Brandon on the show, it adds a wrinkle that's incredibly important for the third season. I think we have two wrinkles in the third season. One, Oliver's flashbacks being in Hong Kong and not on the island. I think that's incredibly important and cool. And Brandon brings a gravity to the show and a lightness that hasn't totally been present in the first couple of seasons. I mean, I love playing Oliver, but I think I went like 9 straight episodes last year without cracking a smile. And Oliver smiles a bunch in the premiere this year, and it was a really awkward, tough thing to do. Our director, Glenn Winter, who was director of photography on the pilot, he's directed some of our greatest episodes. When it came time to smile, he was like, all right, give me a smile. That's not enough. Okay, that's too much. I've got choices. What was the question? Brandon's awesome. And I mean that sincerely. He's sincerely. Sunday morning Comic-Con, what are we doing? He's an element on the show this year that we absolutely need, and he's been a total pro so far, just soaking up the show, and we're very lucky to have him. Go Kings, go. By the way, can I just say, I've been to Petco Park once for a baseball game. It was a Blue Jays-Padres game in 2010. The Blue Jays won, of course, and in the 7th inning, there was an earthquake. We're sitting there, and the stadium started to shake. And
Welcome
there was
to
a fucking
California.
earthquake in the 7th inning. It's a true story. Anyway, I felt the need to share that because I remember.
Earthquakes are pretty memorable.
Earthquakes are pretty memorable. Jose Bautista hit a homer. It was awesome.
I think right over here.
A lot of stunt-related questions. I don't know if they ever bother you, but have you ever been injured just even in training or practicing for the level of physique you have to maintain for Arrow?
I hurt myself last year. It was the sequence where randomly there's a giant tire in the middle of the Arrow cave, and Oliver is slamming it with a sledgehammer, as you do. And in between takes, it was super cold on the stage, and in between takes, I was doing the salmon ladder, as you do, and I tried to get the bar down from one of the top rungs, and I pinched a nerve in my back, and it was really painful. But we have a wonderful RMT in Vancouver. Her name is Diane, and she's the person that fixes the stunt guys. Like, a stunt guy gets hurt, he's got to work the next day, she fixes him. So every once in a while, I get a massage from Diane, and I always cry. I'm literally on the table. She's like, "Is it working?" "It's working. Everything's good. Keep going." And Diane rules. She's really good at her job. So pinched nerve in the back. I'm getting old.
I got one more question from Facebook. Steven.
With a PH or a V?
Oh, it's PH. It's your
Okay.
Facebook page.
Okay.
That'd be funny if it was yours and it's spelled with a V. Harrison wants to know, how does the team make you look so different from the island to Starling City? Do you film the island first, then present day?
No, we film the island as we go, episode per episode. And Hong Kong is cool. I have a new wig, and it's good. And we were filming on Wednesday, and we were filming a Hong Kong sequence on a rooftop where Oliver sees Tommy. Spoiler, what? And I came home in the middle of it to say hi to my wife and my daughter. And my daughter sees me with the wig on, and she goes, "Ah!" She freaked out. The point is, the team does a good job of making me look different. Wig. I usually have a black eye for whatever reason. And clothes. We have to make sure that it's very 2009-y.
Who's got the next one? Right up here, top right.
Hey, follow the Facebook page, and we were all really disappointed to find out there was no place for you in the Batman v Superman movie. But is there a hero that you want to bring onto the show that you're looking forward to working with in the future?
Green Lantern would be cool on the show. I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, the whole Batman v Superman thing, you know, I had to skirt around that question for a while, and I think the important part for me was that we don't need to be a part of the cinematic universe to justify Arrow's existence. I was here in 2012 when DC had no television shows.